overreacting, completely caught by surprise. Got me hooked by you, got me crazy by you. Please stay till the morning, I hope I'm not too demanding. I don't care about none of them as long as I have your loving, your melanin, your blessing. It's everything to me. Your loving, your melanin, your blessing. It's everything to me. Your loving consume my body. Your loving consume my body. Your loving consume my body. Your loving consume my body.
Everybody, you're so fine, so high. I'm on cloud nine. Telling everybody, you're so fine, so high. I'm on cloud nine.
When I'm by your side, 'cause I can't explain the things you do to me, baby. In so many ways you've opened up my eyes, and I know that things inside your world could get crazy. Let me in, we gon' be alright. Your love,
Your melanin, your blessing. Oh yeah.
is everything. Your love,
Your melanin, your blessing is everything. Your loving consume my body. Your loving consume my body. Your loving consume my body. Your loving
sile kitu silalini na kuwaza, ndoto zetu kichwani zimenijaza, sidiriki kula penzi imepagawa.
Telling everybody how you rock my world, you're so fine. You got me so high. I'm on cloud nine.
Your
Telling everybody
magic,
how you rock my world, you're so fine. You got me so high. I'm on cloud nine.
your loving, your melanin, your blessing. It's everything. Your loving, your melanin, your blessing. It's everything.
Telling everybody how you rock
yo.
so high.
Your blessing.
I'm on cloud nine.
Is everything.
Everybody, my world is so fine. You got me so high.
Your blessing.
I'm on cloud nine.
Everything to me. You're so good. 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 You're so good.
Microphone check.
You're so good. 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 You're so good.
It's official. We survived 2020, the dreaded year. And trust me, those who survive should feel lucky. But we keep our heads up. We pray for those who we lost. We pray for those who lost somebody. And we look forward. We don't let the past, impede us from walking straight forward. We are scarred. But hey, this is what it is. Now you feel what it is to be a veteran. You get some scars on the way. It is what it is. This is how it works. I want to wish a happy new year to everybody. All my Shada gang, the new ones, the old ones, the future ones, those who don't even know yet that they are part of the Shada gang. Will get you. This is a sect. We'll get you door to door. What it do, Liborio? Happy New Year. Thank you. Hey, my brother Mike Phoenix. We have so many, listen, me and you should do a live because we have so many stories to tell. We lived a lot of these things together. Hey, Rosa. Salut. Yeah, we survived 2020. Ain't that crazy? No. You're not late. I'm not late. My guest is late. Monsieur Ludafrique, happy 21, brother. For those who don't know, Ludafrique is the beat maker who produced the track The Weekend with me and Fali Pupa and I. And he's an amazing beat maker. He's also an amazing artist. If you don't follow him yet, follow him and check his music. He's doing some great things out there in Senegal right now. He comes from Brazzaville, but he's starting to make his name all around the world. Produce for Koffi Olomide, produce for Fali, for Kaysha, produce for so many people. And as a solo artist, also making his moves. And I'm still waiting for him to invite me on a track, but I guess I'm too old. The kids don't respect anything anymore. Happy New Year, Master Electronic. What up, brother? Yes, best wishes for everybody. We're going to talk about this new year and the spirit. And I'm going to have somebody who talk about, somebody who has the eloquence, who can talk about what he feels. Happy New Year, Thérèse. Comment ça va? Bonsoir, Vanessa. Bonne année. Oh my God, the black sugar. Jean-Louis. Joel. What up, cousin? Did you like my story of last time in your show with your wife? Maguima, Happy New Year. Sips, Happy New Year. Gilberto, Happy New Year. Queen Jujuzan, Happy New Year. This year, Julie, this year, we're gonna all be your fans on OnlyFans. Malcolm Beats, Happy New Year, brother, and I'm so glad that I started the year with you on a single that I'm gonna actually introduce in a few. Son of the Darkness. Well, more Son of the Light, more representative of the light, but hey. Kaite, Happy New Year. Michelle, Happy New Year. Hey, Michelle, now you're starting to come to the lives. I like that. Lady T, Happy New Year. Lil Mao, Happy New Year. Where's my EP? Is my EP ready? Is my remix ready? I'm just saying. Yeah, listen, it was cold today. Listen, I've been feeling cold. Like I was cold today. It was like I had shoes in the house, which is something I never do because this is an Asian house here. We don't keep our shoes. But yeah, But listen, this show is brought to you as always by shadaware.com. If you're interested in sponsoring one episode or two or a month, you can always get in touch. I'm opening the sponsorships this year for the shows, and this is something we'll be talking about in a bit as well. So without further ado, I wanna bring so like when you have to remember when this show was called Sushi Raw Vibes, and we did like the first ever, you know, first ever show, and it was just a test. We were testing the live stream. That was the name, testing the live, and I brought my first guest. So I believe that it's important for me as a it's symbolic. To bring back my first guest, and I will also bring some of you because we're starting the year, so I'm not coming with a specific subject. I just want to have some great time and start the year fresh. So I'm gonna bring without further ado my friend, my how you say, my wedding padrino, and also the person who gave me the COVID, Boddhi Satva. What up, brother? How are you?
The problem with people like you is that you are the very reason why we are being accused of doing things we've not done. Huh?
Your image is not. So we hear you speak, but hey, there you go. Ça c'est l'internet du village. Ça c'est l'internet du village. Ah, vraiment. Ça c'est le wifi du village.
You're such a hater, bro.
So the one of the most significant moments of 2020 was you giving me the COVID and me almost dying while you were chilling. So thank you.
We both know who we got it from, and we ain't gonna name drop nobody here.
I'm just saying. I was in your house the next day and then I was sick. So.
Well, I'm just saying it so happened it was during the birthday of your daughter, but I'm just saying.
No, because there's the incubation. There's incubation, so it cannot be in one day.
Okay.
But I remember smoking shisha in your kitchen with a bunch of people that I didn't know, like, and in one of your orgies, and people say, "Oh, I'm a nurse," whatever. And yeah.
Don't forget, bonne année.
Shada
gang.
Happy new. Yeah. What did Joel say? Your parents attracted a lot of people asking for your phone number, but I've told them to come to the live.
Oh my God.
I'll come back with more story. Kaysha, seriously, you always have the right word to put a smile on my face. Thank you so much. Love you. I love you back, Julie. I don't even know how long we've been talking on Twitter. It's been a while. I think I was still in France. So it's been more than 10 years, I believe, that you are one of my supporters. So if I can support you back by giving you a smile or anything, I'm here. I'm telling you, when you open your OnlyFans, I'll be the first subscriber. And I will offer the subscription to Boddhi. Because I'm married and he's not, and he can enjoy you reading books or whatever you're doing there. Bruno, happy 2021. C'est ça, what an introduction. Listen, this is the guy who gave me the COVID. He's him. That's him. Look at him. If you cross him in the street, change your sidewalk. Because yeah, he looks a little light-skinned, but yeah, he did it like a black guy. He just came to me like, COVID.
Oh,
Usually, Kolo, everything was fine in my life, and then he just came and, Boddhi Satva is officially known as the COVID-19 spreader of the year 2020. He's the guy.
Master Electronics, you need to listen to this fool. Kaysha is one guy that will get you in trouble with people that you don't even know how you got in trouble with it. Kaysha would just find a way to make you feel like, yo, did I really do that? No, I didn't. But you know, he's a gaslighter. That's what you are.
All I know, all I know, all I know, I was fine. I stayed in my house the whole quarantine. I didn't move. I didn't talk to nobody. I just went to do my groceries. That's it. And then
So
the only place that I've been before getting sick was in this blue place that you see here. There. Behind these walls. I was there watching TV. He was DJing. Everybody was happy. A week later, we were 40 degrees fever every day. Tremblement, diarrhea. And then all of a sudden, hospital, they're telling you, yo, yeah, you have, radio says that you have glass thing in your lungs. Yeah, you have all the symptoms of the COVID, but we'll tell you tomorrow. We're gonna do a test. Then a woman come dressed like if it's the apocalypse, the radioactive thing, dressed on, and then she's like, put something in my nose. The next day I received that I have COVID, so I'm fine. And then the next day, after knowing, all of a sudden my everything went down. And did you have it at the same time, or just before, or just after?
No, mine was after you. I received the news. You received the news on that Sunday, and the following Friday I went. And no, it was on the Monday. Sorry, on the Monday you had a confirmation, and then the Friday I went. No, and the Thursday I went to the hospital to do the test, and then yeah, it came out positive on Friday morning.
That summer, I'll never forget that summer, bro.
Never.
Happy New Year, Emmanuel. We love you, buddy. Les Congolais sont des menteurs. Happy New Year, Emmanuel. Now listen, that summer, that month of July, listen, I don't think I'll ever forget how you felt. Like, and we were on the phone all the time. Like, we were sick and we were trying to support each other and like calling each other on the phone. And because you were alone in your house, and me, I had my family, so my wife was taking care of me, but you were alone. So I was calling you like every hour to make sure that, because you know, some people, when they have the COVID, I heard that some people have suicidal tendencies. When it attacks you in the brain, some people, they start being completely depressed. And I remember how depressed you were, and actually that's the COVID that give you that urge to end it. And yeah, I was calling you every hour, and when you didn't answer for 2 hours, I was like, yo, where's this nigga? Like, let me infect the Uber driver. Let me infect the Uber driver and go see if he's fine.
No, I was feeling I was dealing with that, man. Psychologically, it's one of the biggest life-changing experiences that I've had.
Yeah.
The near-death experience with when I had my almost heart attack situation, and yeah, it was bad, man. But it was beautiful in the way that what we got out of it is so much greater, So we're here.
Did you see what they did in France? The rave party with 2005 people.
No.
And so in France there was a rave party on New Year's Eve. 2,500 people, all partying. Police arrive. They said they're not leaving. Not enough police to remove people from the place, and I think they've been partying for 3 days. And some of them are still there. There's still like 1,000 or 1,500 people there. They're like, fuck the world. Yeah, this is how we enter 2021. Partying, giving each other COVID. Fuck it. I don't care. In the ass. Let's go. Let's go, COVID. Let's go. It's like, yo,
Oh my God.
people, some people are like, and this is very French, but some of these people in France are not saying, some of these people are saying, bless you. Some people are saying, you know what? Being confined is not living. I don't care. I want to live. But some of these don't realize that. I mean, if you live just another 3 weeks, like, isn't it better to just lose a year and be patient? I understand it's hard. It's nobody like being at home doing nothing. I mean, it depends. It depends. I live in an apartment. I live in a small apartment in the poor neighborhoods of Lisbon. Boddhi lives in a mansion. He has a garden. He has a swimming pool. He has like
We,
3
we don't know
bedrooms
how much we
upstairs.
don't know how much we're going to be that mansion though. We ain't making no money in this game, so
He
it
has
is
he
getting
has
tight.
he has two floors. He has like a home studio. He has 2 dogs. He's like, he walks in his neighborhood. Everybody respects him. So it's not, so he's quarantined. Like, if you remove the COVID, the guy was posting himself jumping in his swimming pool, plunging every day. Like, he lives like a nice life. Like, you can do a whole year like this. Yeah, you know. Yeah, you can even have some visits from some non-girlfriends, and you know, like, he had a fairly nice quarantine. Me, I'm trapped here in my small studio in the ghettos of Lisbon. So not every quarantine is the same. So some people might feel trapped in a cell. Listen, some people have discovered that they hate their wives.
There's the man who makes more money than I do. But I like how humble this sounds. But it's nice. It made me feel good for a moment. You know, but you know what I like about it is the fact the contrast is bringing. We can continue. Yeah, some people find out they hate their wives, and some people find out they love their wives.
Some people discovered that their kids are devils. You know, some people, they have kids, they see them in the morning, enough time to just say hi, and then they see them in the evening, and then on the weekends, they send them to the grandmas. See what I mean? And some people, yeah, they just, for the first time, they discover their own families. They discover they discover their life. Because when you have to stay at home for 2 or 3 months, that's when you discover if the people that you live with, you can really live with them. It's just like being with a girlfriend. As long as you don't live with her, you don't really know what it's like. Her poop might destroy the ambience of the house. So you have to live together to know that. And yeah, you know, a lot of people, they realize how, you know, that there's been a lot of during this pandemic, during the quarantines, there's been a lot of divorce. There's been a lot of conjugal violence. There's been a lot of suicide. There's been a lot of and a lot of people are now depressed. A lot of people are completely depressed. That is crazy.
Pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad, man.
Madame Dali, bonjour. Bonjour. Happy New Year as well to you. They burn a police car and they're proud about that. Oh my God. There's something about France and burning cars that I don't know. Conversation intéressante, mais la qualité du son de Boddhi n'est pas très bonne. Que faire? Boddhi ne veut pas brancher son microphone. Boddhi ne veut pas brancher son microphone. Il veut pas brancher son micro, il veut pas brancher ses caméras, tu vois. Il vient.
Vous êtes des jaloux. Shada gang, ça c'est pas grave.
Qualité. La jalousie peut
Attendez.
tuer. Les jaloux vont
Attendez.
maigrir.
Attendez, j'arrive.
Listen, this show is a continuous test. So, you know, the sound is not always like, not everybody uses.
Est-ce que c'est mieux maintenant?
Tu vois, maintenant, ils nous respectent.
Voilà. Est-ce que je vous respecte un peu plus? Voilà. Bon, on va arrêter de faire les malins.
Donc finalement.
Bon, maintenant le show. Donc je hijack le show de Kaysha. Donc tu disais.
Donc finalement, Kaïté avait raison. Tu ne nous respectais pas.
Pas du tout. En fait, si tu veux, j'avais oublié que le mic ici est USB pendant la conversation. Donc je m'excuse. Désolé.
Pendant tout ce temps, tu nous parles comme si nous étions des saltimbanques. Alors qu'en vérité, tu as un vrai son avec toi.
Non, je m'excuse pour cette apostrophe.
Les gars ont des micros avec des... Non, vraiment.
Désolé.
C'est comme les gars qui, à l'époque, quand nous étions célibataires, qui venaient au cinéma avec les ballerines, les chaussures ballerines. J'ai dit, yo!
Moi, j'aimais bien les chaussures ballerines. Il y avait des ballerines, il y avait des jolies ballerines. Hein. Attention, tout dépendait de comment tu étais stylé.
Moi, écoute-moi bien. Pour aller au cinéma avec moi, il fallait mettre des talons, c'est tout.
Ah, t'exagères.
Je ne mets pas de talons.
Ça fait mal au pied, quand même.
Pardon. Toi, tu vas au cinéma, là. Le but n'est pas de regarder le film. Le but est de me plaire. Ça, alors, en ballerine.
Pour finir après dans ton lit. Porc!
Jamais de la vie. Je ne suis pas comme ça. Ça, c'est la vie de Mike Phoenix. Ce n'est pas ma vie.
En tout cas. Ah bon? Tu es en train de déclarer les dossiers comme à ton habitude, Papa Kaysha.
But guys, do you remember that story I told you about us in the club almost getting killed? That was partly because of Mike. Mike from Organize. God. That was partly because of Mike.
What?
Hello, DBNC de Toronto.
Yeah, sorry guys, the Shada gang, you deserve the best quality of sound. I did not mean to disrespect you. Hein?
Non.
Vraiment désolé, quoi. Et dire que donc, éloquence verbale magnifiée.
C'est vrai. There is a COVID baby boom in France because of the first lockdown. That's true. A lot of people discovered that there's nothing else to do than fucking. You know. C'est ça. On est habitué à la bonne qualité. C'est ça. Il faut le dire. Aïe. Voilà, enfin tu nous respectes, Boddhi. C'est vrai.
Désolé.
Vraiment.
L'espace d'un instant, je me suis égaré. Pardonnez-moi.
Heureusement, Elise Boy est là pour te... Elise Boy, Happy New Year, Elise Boys.
Happy New Year. Yes. Proper linkage.
Does Boddhi knows that DJ Khaled look like his twin brother?
I don't think so, but okay. It's not the first time I'm hearing that, and I don't even know how people.
Yeah.
Don't you find it funny when people say, you know what? Oh my God. Don't you think that Omar Sy, right? Omar Sy looks like Kaysha. That's like such a racist thing to say. Just because I'm a less melanated brother doesn't mean that I need to be looking like DJ Khaled. What? But I mean, it's cool. Thank you for the compliment. I mean, he is kind of fat though, but I'm not gonna fat shame him because I used to be rather fat myself. And we're all good.
What the hell? Audio is flawless now. Okay, good. I've been mixing while we were talking. Listen, so let's speak about your. Why are you so? Where's your lightning?
Hein?
Better. You were a little in the dark. Je sais que tu es carteron, mais quand même, pas la peine de te cacher dans le noir comme ça.
No, j'ai augmenté la lumière de la ring. I'm sorry, I'm augmenting the light of the ring, just to magnify things a bit.
Vraiment. Thank you, Master Electronic, for the super chat. Thank you so
very
much for supporting the chat. I will send
I'm
you
watching
all
my
the money.
50%, huh?
Of course, I'll send the PayPal right away. I don't know how much 30 couronne is. Oh, Telesfor Mbale Wolo. Welcome to Shada Gang. Boddhi looks like a rich man. Oh, trust me. Ridwan Traoré, welcome to Shada Gang. He is a rich man. He's like... Listen, I've never seen so many beautiful women than in Boddhi's house. They're all there. They all hang out there.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, in the summer, listen, if you come in Lisbon, barbecues at Boddhi's house.
Things, but you know what? The reason why
I always come with my wife. I'm
know,
precisely. Yeah.
Yeah, but even when you don't come with your wife, you're a respectable man, man. We know you, bro. Yeah, that without any jokes. Papa Kaysha is one of the most respectable guys you can meet when it comes to these matters. But the reason why they are there, though, is because they know that there ain't gonna be no funny business in my house, because it's my, it's my sovereign space, and welcome here people that I think are cool, and that's why they come through. But eventually, well, they happen to have the looks as well. So whatever happens doesn't really happen in my house. So whoever comes and they come and do their thing is usually outside. But let's just say that we facilitate encounters. I'm kind of like the Jamie Foxx of Pamela. Yeah, no.
So tell me, how did you enter? How did you enter 2021? What was not only what did you do, but more. Emmanuel Etienne is saying, est-ce que tu m'invites un jour chez toi, Boddhi?
Emmanuel, si tu viens à Lisbonne, il n'y a pas de problème. On va se croiser, il n'y a pas de problème. Le barbecue de Papa Boddhi.
Elle a dit, elle veut venir chez toi.
Ça veut dire quoi ça? Toi, tu
elle va mettre un petit short.
Voilà, mais c'est une sœur en crise. Pourquoi tu parles comme ça, Papa Kaysha? C'est pas sérieux tout ça. Oh là là.
Pardon.
Hein? Vraiment, désolé. Hein?
Donc, reprenons les choses sérieuses.
Oui, reprenons les choses. Laisse-moi d'ailleurs changer la tonalité de ma lumière ici. Je veux accentuer un peu l'émotion du light, en fait. Voilà, je t'écoute.
Julie says, Boddhi, you have a beautiful house. I love the art deco.
Ah, merci beaucoup, Julie.
I think she wants to be invited as well. Ce n'est pas une sœur en Christ. C'est plutôt une sœur de la mouillance. Donc
bon, alors,
soyons sérieux. Soyons sérieux. Bon, how did you enter 2021 in, like, spiritually? What was your spirit when you entered?
Look, I entered I was feeling a little bit mellow because 2020 was, for all of us, really, really hectic. I was thankful. I felt very thankful, very blessed, but at the same time, I had I had to deal with several stuff, my my personal matters, and I think that, entering the new year really felt like the new year, and it felt like, okay, this is not going to be an easier year for sure, but the symbolic of just changing the landscape, the era, the environment we're in, as far as just moving from one space in time to another, for me felt like it was unfolding new opportunities And I'm even going to say a very strong word. It is pregnant with great, great, great opportunities. So it's whatever you decide to do with it, and it's whatever you've learned from 2020, and enhancing your knowledge and enhancing, your eyesight and your sharpness, mentally and spiritually. You know, that's what's going to be bringing the difference. So for me, yeah, man, first day of 2021 was just, it was so powerful. I actually, I fasted the whole
Okay.
day, and then I was just in my meditative zone. And then, we were with those friends of ours, actually, in the mountains. They have this huge property, beautiful. They have their own forest. So we were just like, just having a good time and just talking philosophy, life, and
Your
just talking
friends
about
have
how
their
grateful
own
we are.
forest.
Yeah, they do. They have, I think, they have,
So you spent the
they
new
have
year
20.
between rich people.
No, people who know quality things. And
Thank you so
who,
much, Mike. Thank you, brother.
merci beaucoup, merci beaucoup. J'ai 50% là-dedans, merci beaucoup.
I'm sending
Je le
the
pipe, Papa Kaysha, excusez-moi. And it was a spirit interest for me. Yeah, but I think it's the first time I really feel. I mean, not the first time, but it's one of the first time in at least in many years that I really felt like, wow, yeah, beautiful energy. What about you?
after everything that happened to our daughter and spending Christmas Day until the almost very last day of
Ouais, ça c'était stressant.
of that week, of the last, we just felt down. Like me and my wife, we felt down because we it really felt like, the whole time, this whole time that I was on the 24th, I was like, okay, it's just like another week left of this year. So many things can happen in a week. I was kind of saying that I'm even scared to. Oh, thank you, Master Electronic. Thank you so much for supporting us. The first I was like, it's 7 days left and so many things can happen in 7 days in this year. Like I don't know why I felt like every day that I would come out of my house, something can happen. I could get a TV thrown by a jealous husband from the 4th floor, come in my head. I was really like, every time I was under a building, I was like, I really had this thing where this year is so dreaded, that the energy of this year is so bad that every time I was coming out of my house, just even for 10 minutes, I was like, I don't like being out. And then with my daughter being sick, she was already sick for a long time. It was already like 2 weeks that she had fever. So when we took her to the hospital, and they said, we're keeping her. And like this was like I think I was using my last energy, my last mental energy. And after that, there was like all these days where we were waiting for the results and waiting for her to be treated. It was draining. So
Yeah.
luckily on the 30th, they let her go, and ever since she has been fine, no fever, just taking her medicine every morning. But other than that, good. And she's supposed to do her next checkup on the 8th. But so it felt great to be at home with my family, and actually I really felt that it's really all that I needed. How my wife is. She likes to do her dinner. She likes to exaggerate when there's something to celebrate. She likes to dress, buy a special dress for the occasion, do something, post the Instagram stuff. And around like 10:30, I'm looking at her and she's just in her pajamas and she's like on the sofa, like not caring about anything. And I'm like, so you want to order food? You want to do something? Well, So I was like, okay, I'm gonna order some sushi. And we actually at 11:30, me, her, the baby, we were all on the sofa in front of the TV watching the Portuguese live news about the thing, and we fell asleep at 11:30, and we just got awakened up by the noise of the fireworks.
Yeah.
So we were just tired. We were just tired of all this, and but it felt great actually. It felt great to not have to spend the New Year's for the Instagram or for the photo. Like even like at a point, I served some food. I was like, oh, listen, you tired? I know you just spent 5 days at the hospital sleeping on a chair. Let me take care of everything. So I ordered some sushi our favorite place, put everything on the table. We do something, and she was like, and I was like, okay, we did something ready to post something on Instagram, and she was like, don't post nothing. I don't want to post nothing this year. I was like, oh, wow, you miss Instagram? You don't want to post nothing for your 200,000 followers? And she was like, nah, I don't feel like posting nothing. I just want to, be with you guys. And so we didn't even eat. Actually, we were not even hungry. So we just actually enjoyed being together. That's really, and we just fell asleep before the end of the year, and we woke up with the fireworks. So I went outside alone just to see if I could see the fireworks, but I could not, and I didn't want to go because we were on a curfew. So I just went outside quick, took a scooter, and then I went back up at I think midnight and 5. And when I got home, everybody was sleeping. My wife put her phone on flight mode, and I was like, wow. And we actually started the year the next day. We started the year the next day at 6 p.m. when her mother came and her brothers and sisters, when they came to visit to see Ashia. That's when more or less then we start, taking shower, cleaning the house. But before that, and then we were happy when we woke up the next day, because now we had all our food, because we received food from some partner of her, plus my sushi. We were happy to put everything in the oven and eat that. And we really kind of started enjoying the fact that we are in a new year today. It's really today that we were like, I think we really needed to charge our batteries, because we were like completely drained, like our batteries were done. And I would say that today I started working, editing videos and working on the YouTube channel, posting some stuff, even on Instagram, because we spent while our daughter was at the hospital, we didn't post nothing. We just post some stuff on the stories to update the people on the things that were happening. But I didn't want to post nothing while she was at the hospital. It didn't feel right. So then I started posting. So I had like a whole week of promo that I didn't do. So my track with Sauti Soul, the song you heard in the intro, I didn't even promote it. It just organically did its numbers. But it's only tomorrow that I'm going back to full workaholic mode. But just from the 30th till the 4th, it was really that, complete family recharge time, and it felt really good. It really felt really good. And
You know what? I feel like I haven't had the chance to do that yet. You know, to take a moment. I think because of very much like you, but for different reasons, of course.
Hmm.
Because the whole share situation, ça nous a stressé. Ouh là là, you were all
Yeah.
stressed. But you know, because the DNA is not the DNA of some weak ass whatever, whatever. So she managed. She got through, man. We give thanks, and it's not even about that. Let me just because we don't know. We don't want nobody come and say, "Oh my God, they talk shit about someone's DNA and shit." No, no, no. So yeah, no, no. She's
No,
blessed with a great
she's a
health, and,
fighter. She's a
for
fighter. She's
sure.
super like in like actually, her mother was, and I understand the trauma. She didn't want her to leave the house for this whole time, and even today she went to her mother and she was like, oh, you know, I'm like, yeah, take her there, let her have fun with her uncles, and she even like I was asking her just before starting the show, I was is she starting school tomorrow? And she was like, oh, can't we wait another week? I was like, she's fine. She's like, she's been having 36 temperature every day. She never goes over 37. I understand that you are, I understand how it
Stressed.
feels. I understand that you're scared that she goes there, she catches anything, but she's gonna be monitored. She's going back to the hospital on the 8th to just check if everything is fine. But yeah, she has to go back to school and she has to feel a normal life for her, not for us. She has to. We cannot
Yeah.
just have her here. That just like if it was the pandemic again, she has to go see the other kids, enjoy, like celebrate the new year, be with her friends, be with. You have to her not make her feel that she's like a fragile thing. So like
Yeah.
even today, I really wanted to take her to when the I don't know if you saw, but the past 3 days the temperature was so low, it was so cold that me I was like eh. But today the temperature was great actually. Today I was like not in t-shirt, but I was like, thank you, Master Electronic. What you doing in the casino in there? Thank you for supporting the chat or supporting your gambling. Everything will go to Boddhi's bank account.
Thank you very much for your
So,
monstruitude.
and hi Heather, Happy New Year. Beatriz,
Happy New
Happy New
Year.
Year. Minha irmãzinha, ah, como estás lá in Madrid? We have to go see Beatriz in Madrid. And yeah, like I was saying, it's you. I really wanted to take her out today, do some biking, have some fresh air, but then it started raining. So yeah, and he did. Like I told you what happened
Yeah,
to me today. Like I was waiting for Uber under the rain, and I got like two
yeah.
Ubers canceling on me. I was, but yeah,
No, I think that we. You said it very well. We are survivors, man. All of us here. We should
yeah,
really be in a state of gratitude because
yeah.
many
Gratitude.
didn't have that chance, and many didn't like my good
Yeah,
friend Babson passed away two
yeah,
weeks ago.
yeah.
Not for COVID, but it's like, bro, come on, man. 40 years old, two kids. Like, come on, bro. Like, and the guy was at a peak. We were planning to do. He wanted to do like comédie musicale, man. It was all about music. He would like, and it was just this guy was such a genuine dude, and boom, here you go, you're gone. Like, and that's the thing. Like, life is so precious, and I think that if there's one thing that 2020 showed us is that you cannot be taking your existence for granted. You cannot be taking nothing for granted. Your money, your job, your existence, your like, and yet you see people still doing the same dumb shit, which is like trying to show off that everything is cool and everything is amazing. Which there's nothing wrong with that if it's the case, but then it's like, yo, why? And I say this because I've seen it. Like you see the person post something, acting all smiley and all fucking, and then the next minute that person is as depressed as it gets, and it's like, why the need of trying to show a face of you that is not who you truly are? How is that helping your mental state enhance and get better? I don't get it.
It's
I would have hoped that 2020 helped some of these people, but yeah, I guess it's impossible to expect and hope for that to be the case.
you know it's it is there's a saying that people love to something people love to do is doing stuff to impress people that don't love them and that they don't love either. And this is social media. People are more interested in the opinions of strangers than the people that really matter. Family, friends, the people that you respect their opinions, that you value their opinions. People are more interested in, like, listen, if somebody is has been coming to the club shada for a whole 9 months now, and like people that I know that they come here, that they mean good, like Dali, Joel, Beatrice, Master Electronic, any of these people that are here right now, when they give me an opinion, it's an opinion that I value. I can agree or disagree, but it's an opinion that is valuable because these are people that have been supporting me in this new thing that I've been doing for almost a year. But if somebody comes from nowhere, somebody that just arrived from nowhere, right, and just comes and give an opinion, this opinion doesn't have the same value. Like it or not, this opinion doesn't have the same value simply because I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't know what you do. I don't know if you're here to support. I don't know if you're just here to comment and then disappear. And so your opinion is something that you have to earn. You have to earn the value of your opinion. And the problem of social media today is that people are obsessed with the likes, and they're running after the likes, they're running after the views, they're running after things from people. You don't even know the value of the people who are liking your photo or not. I prefer having 100 likes from people who come all the time than 1,000 likes from people who will never come back. And I think social media has completely transformed the brains of a lot of people. A lot of people they just prefer the opinions of strangers. And to me, it makes no sense. It makes no sense, but hey, I mean, when I was young, when I did my first album, like the opinions of strangers that didn't even understand what I was doing was hurting me. Today, like some people leave opinions, I'm like, yeah, it's your opinion, And in some opinions, I can even read in some opinions how people are uninformed about what they talk. Like I was telling you on the phone just earlier, like somebody put a comment on my thing. Oh yeah, I used to love your music, but now you only do kizomba. The fuck you talking about? I just released 2 albums of Afro House, 5 singles of Amapiano, Afro beats, this, that, kizomba, zouk, compa. I've been releasing all these things, and if you just come and say, oh, I used to love you, but whatever, it means that you don't even know what you are talking about, and you give your opinion. So I cannot be hurt or really be moved by this kind of opinion. I can just say, well, listen, check what I've been doing and come back, because you clearly don't know what you're talking about. Respectfully, with love, K. And back in the days, I would, and I think that a lot of the kids who only grew up in social media, they are looking for validation from strangers. And I think the validation from strangers on TikTok, Instagram, and all these places is more important to them than the validation. Because when we started making music, I think you released your first music on vinyl, right? Did you release vinyl?
Yeah, I
CDs,
released a couple of
vinyl?
vinyls,
Okay.
yeah, mostly vinyl.
So back when we used to release albums, our first albums, people had to pay 20 euros of value to buy. They had to leave their house, travel across the city, buy a product, read what was on the booklet, go home, close the doors, tell their mom, leave me alone, take the time to sit down and listen to the music. And they would have a collection of CDs in those shelves. So just the fact of the effort that you needed to do to get music gave value to the music. And it gave value to the opinion of somebody who took the time to do all this to get your music. And that's why at that time, the opinions of artists didn't matter to me, because I knew the artists, usually, they come to your record label, they get your music for free. They get CDs for free, they all go to the record label, they get your albums for free, and now they want to give you opinion. Yeah, I believe that you should have done this. Le ré chromatique du truc, tu sais là, comment tu as chanté? And I was like, shut the fuck up, you didn't buy for this. And today we are in a world where everybody is just, getting music for free. For $10, you have access to everything, and you are unable to appreciate. And to me, a lot of the opinions are, I'm starting to think of how to create a new value of opinions. And to me now, opinions is ours. For example, if I type here from some, I'm going to teach you some bot comments for your live. If you type exclamation point top hours, you will know how many hours the people spent watching your live. And then you can say, okay, this is somebody whose opinion I can value because that person has been supporting for a long time. So look, top 10, Julie has been watching 47 hours, CV Beats 46 hours, Future Sound 45, AJ 37, AJ long time. Me, I'm there. Well, Nadia 34, Emmanuel 34 hours, Elise 26 hours, Master Electronic 20. You see what I mean? How long they've been in the chat. And it doesn't mean that the rest of the people who just discover are not as interesting. But what I mean is that you have ways to put a weight to the value of what you are saying. And to me, people who just arrive from nowhere and say something, I'm not really interested in what they say unless they are saying something to build. And social media is the land of saying stuff not to build. Like, of course, you follow our friend NWE, right? Niggas with Enjoyment. I love his page. I love what they are doing. But every time they put people dancing, some people just come in the comment to fight against other communities. Oh yeah, vous les Congolais, oh vous les Ivoiriens, no, the music. I'm like, really? There was one time people were fighting about is Kaysha from one of my songs. Some people were saying no, it's from Ivory Coast. Some were like, it's from Congo. And I was seeing them like fight, and I was like, I got both passports. I got Congolese passport, I got Ivory Coast passport, and I got French nationality. So, that song was done in France actually. So, but when you see them fighting about that, you're like, why is this important? Why some people, like, I posted something yesterday. Pardon, CIA. il y avait, there was this guy. I don't know. I don't remember what I posted yesterday. I commented on something. I think it was. I posted because it was an accident in Congo yesterday. Something. Some drunk drivers, whatever. Some. Nothing. Too complicated, but. And I've said, la ville où les gens ne savent pas conduire. Une ville où personne ne sait conduire.
Oh, vraiment désolé. Gaslighting.
And some people just come. One guy said, légende. Si tu dis c'est la ville où les gens ne savent pas conduire, il faut mettre un accent sur le U. De où. I'm done.
Oh my God, man.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much for
professeur
the
de grammaire.
Grand professeur émérite.
Grand professeur de Becherel, merci beaucoup.
No, but you're making points, man, and I think that ultimately, there's something that I've been doing since about month and a half, 2 months. Well, third month now, January. But I've been putting my phone on silence, so it's on silent mode all the time. I remove all notifications. I don't want to see the notification. I'm not interested in them. There's only a couple of numbers that can call me, and I think that helps you focus. Mm-hmm. It helps you focus on the essential. It helps you focus on really what is important for you. Because there's one thing that there's one thing that's so immensely valuable, but that we are losing, thinking, and we're kind of like bargaining it within the excuse of saying, well, and it's time, right? So time and money is usually traded, but it's like, dude, you never get time back. Money you can always get back, but time that's gone, you can't get it back. And so how you allocate the time and your energy is something that is so important, and that is like so underrated, and people love to hear themselves talk about it, but people don't put in place the necessary sets of actions and habits and mindset in order for them to really take full grasp of the wealth that they have, which is fucking time, which is counted. We're not here for a long time. We don't know where we're going, and I know that I don't want to die the vibe down a little bit, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just reminding all of us that, yo, man, all this shit makes no damn sense unless you actually appreciate the true value of your life, man.
Some people have so much time in their hands that they waste so much time trying to teach people lessons all the time. And some people are just scooting. Like I have a friend that she's very she's on Twitter mostly, and she's like a feminist, black feminist, black girls, and I support her completely. But I was talking with her the other time, and I asked her, hi Jay, and I asked her, aren't you exhausted? Aren't you exhausted to be complaining all the time? Like, all you do is complain. Like, and I'm not saying that life is all pink and roses. I understand that there are some things that you have to complain about. Somebody has to be there, and I understand activism. I understand that, but you used to also talk about other things. You used to also have fun, talk about anime, talk about, fun, fashion, the life. And it seems like now that you made a name for yourself by complaining, that you are kind of trapped in the fact that you want to complain all the time to receive your dopamine of all the comments of all the people who will.
You said it. It's fucking dopamine. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And they're high off of that thing. It's like a drug.
Yeah. It's a drug, and social media is constructed in a way where, like for example, if you are you hate, like, for example, if you don't want to take your vaccine and you're gonna say, oh no, all this, the big pharma, that you start going to your complotist theories. Your news feed will only show you stuff that makes you angry, so that you can comment and then you can go on war with other people about these things.
But not to cut you, not little parenthèse. Huh? What you're saying is true, but you know what? Today I was suggested a feed. First of all, a channel that I never followed, a guy that I don't even know, but just because I was sent like 2 or 3 links about the vaccines and stuff like that, and not that everything is a lie. Obviously, there's definitely some alternative. There's all the forms of truth that the mass media won't be pushing, obviously, because it's not part of the agenda. But look, because it was saying some stuff that is definitely outside of what the mass media propaganda, I was suggested this page of this guy who is like some extreme, I don't know if he's extreme left or extreme whatever, and the whole thing was about like it was this dystopian perception of the world. And I was like, yo, first of all, man, delete that thing. So this is funny. So you're saying about it's not only what you like, but sometimes just out of suggestion, because you watch one thing, automatically it's gonna show you something in that line, and manipulation gets that way.
I was watching I don't know how it was suggested a video about something in Asia about the gigolo guys in clubs that host, and women just come to have a drink with them, etc. And I was watching. It was very interesting. Then I got suggested like the host women in Japan. Then I got suggested the red lights of Japan. Then I was suggested a whole channel about Asian stuff. Then I ended up just before while doing this about an interview with a lady boy in Thailand, and it's interesting how you get the platform and the algorithm are so well done that you get sucked in. You start watching one video after the other one, after the other one, and after the other one, and because, like I said before in one episode that was Dance with the Algorithm, the goal of the algorithm is to have you stay on the platform as long as possible so you can watch ads. As long as you understand that, you can use those platforms accordingly. And what I was saying about to my friend was, take some time for you. Like, you don't work for policing everybody on Twitter, trying to teach everybody a lesson about being a black woman, about being this. Like, sometimes you see something that pisses you off, let it go. You don't need to be like, or keep it for tomorrow. Keep it for tomorrow, or just don't log in sometimes. You know me, I don't go to social media like back in the days. I've always used social media as a tool, but I used to be on social media like all day long. In 2021, it's gonna be like 1 or 2 hours of social media, just answering messages, posting stuff that is relevant, watching a few stuff, but then putting my phone on the side. And that I removed a lot of notifications from on my phone. There's a lot of applications that I don't need them to notify me, because I realized that it is so easy. For example, when you go to the search bar on Instagram, it shows you a bunch of stuff that you want to see, and all of a sudden you came to look for something, and now you're clicking on something, and then you're like, oh wait, I forgot what I was supposed to do, and then you go again, you click, and then you get sucked again. This thing is so perfectly perfected that it will create stuff that creates emotion, good or bad for you. And it's actually, there was a very interesting article that I saw that was saying Facebook is a doomsday machine, and it is true. It is at the same time an amazing revolution. It's at the same time an amazing place of conversation, of learning. It is the place that permits us, you and me, to do this show, to do your own shows on Fridays, your show on Mondays, to do Dali's shows. It is the place that permits us to create those communities around our stuff. But at the same time, it is also the gutter. It's chaos. It's like sometimes I see a good video, and if I make the mistake to look at the comments, I can just lose the joy that I had in watching this video, because there's always somebody that will have something to say negative. Some people will go out of their way to find something negative to say. Some people, they need it. They need to and in 2021, I'm not having it. I'm taking control. I'm taking back control of my consumption, of the feelings I get when I see some stuff. There's some comments that used to piss me off or to create anxiety to me. Now I'm just like, not interested. I can receive some messages. I don't even some depending on what message you send me, I might respond to you if I don't agree and you tell me respectfully something. I might not care, or I might just block you so that you can only stress me one time. But I just block you. I don't even have conversation. Because some people, they just come and they I don't know why they feel the need to. Ah, tu n'es pas un vrai Congolais, tu ne représentes pas le Congo. Block. Pourquoi tu ne parles pas tout le temps Sango? Block.
No,
Salaud, tu es sorti avec ma go il y a 20 ans. Block.
No, you're right. I think that the problematic that we're having, especially as you said very well, it's the fact that people have a lot of time in their hands, or they make a lot of time for things that don't add up to their lives. And it's like, yo, man. And it's so, and this is the thing, and these are the very people that you will see them posting. So this is a contradiction that I've seen a lot, and on Instagram, for example. Some people that you follow, for example, they'll post like, some quotes about positive this, or no more time for fuckboys, or this year that, this year this, these resolutions, these work-ass resolutions, and the thing is that they don't understand that it is so ingrained in their system. The belief system is so well organized, that no matter what you tell yourself that you don't want, because it is unconscious now, and it's actually became second nature. Whenever something good for you comes, you will not be able to see it. Which even if you see it, you won't know what to do with it, because you just created a belief in your mind that, well, you know what, you need to be complaining about everything, and because this person or that thing is not exactly, it's not triggering you the way you used to be triggered. So maybe it mustn't be that good necessarily. And it's like, what? Like I remember having to deal with people that you send them like positive things, like for example positive quotes, not even positive quotes, like videos about like motivation, spiritual, mental motivation, etc. Yo, man, the number one reaction is like, oh, I don't have time for this, or I'll check it later, and that mentality is just like, postponing something that you can do right now for tomorrow, but you don't know if you're going to have the same time tomorrow. Why don't you do it now? No, but I'm not ready yet mentally. Oh, okay. And it's like, my question is then, do you have to be, what now that's for you to answer, right? Or everyone in the Shada gang. And would you prefer to be emotionally intelligent or emotionally fit? That's the question.
Do you prefer to be
emotionally intelligent or emotionally fit? What do you prefer to be?
Personally, everything is intelligence. I think intelligence is important. You have to be able to be in control of certain of your emotion, not all of them. Because if you are too much in control of your emotions, then you don't even know how to love anymore. You don't even know how to be vulnerable to love, for example. But for example, when it comes to anxiety, then I want to be in control. I want to be able to not let anxiety control my decisions. And for this, emotional intelligence seems like the right. Gilberto is saying, what a question. Joel is saying emotionally fit.
All right. So for me, emotional intelligence is emotionally intelligent. I used to. I don't have like a hardcore position on it, but I do have an understanding after reading a little bit through it that emotional fitness is actually better than emotional intelligence, because emotional intelligence still is subject to emotions themselves, whereas emotional fitness is subject to pure consciousness and a pure understanding of okay, well, you know what, this is for example, you lost money. All right.
Yeah.
Instead of using, because you're intelligent, your emotional intelligence will do different set of things. Either it will tell you, look, it's okay, you lost it, and you'll get it back, and that then it's mixed with emotional fitness, because your muscle is organized to just create new opportunities, or
Okay.
you will be in the mindset of like, oh man, they're so fucked up, man, this and this, and next thing you know, you fall back into this intelligence that is not serving you anymore, because your intelligence has been suited to serve the unconscious programmation that you created for yourself, which is this consistent belief that you're not worthy, or that you're not capable, or that you're not this. You know what I mean?
But then
that's my personal.
But then it depends, because if you create a belief and a system that makes everything worth for you, that doesn't put you down but lifts you up, then your emotional intelligence is at the service of you always keeping your head up. So I think it depends from a person to another. Ellis is saying, I think you have to be emotionally intelligent to recognize whether you're emotionally fit or not.
But let's not mix things, because there's emotional intelligence and there's intelligence. And intelligence
So
is
maybe first you have to
you
define.
acquire intelligence.
Maybe you have to also define, what do you call emotional intelligence and what you call emotional fitness.
Okay.
Because intelligence seems like a positive word.
It is, but there's nothing negative in what I'm saying. It's not one against the other, but it's more to say emotional intelligence is kind of like what Ellis Boddhi is saying, is having the capacity to understand the type of emotion you have. Let's simplify like that. But the problematic is that emotional intelligence will usually lead, if you're not fit, right?
Yeah.
It will lead you to lose your shit. It will lead you to behave in an irrational way. It will lead you to actually become not as practical as you should be. Whereas the fitness, is very practical. It's like, okay, well, this is happening. This is what's going on. And okay, but because for me, you're more, in my understanding, when I look at you, for example, I see somebody that's intelligent, but that he's emotionally fit. So
Okay.
you're not letting the emotions, as far as les remords, the chick, you're not letting emotions in the pure sense of them affect the fitness of your mind. Except, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Affect the fitness of your emotions. I don't know if you understand me, but that's
But
what I mean.
I would not call this emotionally intelligent. I would call this emotionally weak when you let emotions take the best of you.
But again, the problem is that, well, if you say that, it's a judgment, and
Yeah.
if you say he's emotionally weak, then automatically you're putting again the person in the state where they feel like they're not worthy. Whereas if you say, okay, well, you can be emotionally intelligent, but this is the thing, right? For example, I love this. I'm
Can you be
so in tune
both?
with my emotion. I think so.
Okay.
I think I am both, but
Yeah, you little
and I
bitch.
take my personal. I can take my personal example. For example, if I go through a breakup, for example, right, my emotional intelligence tells me to appreciate what I'm going through and to welcome all the feelings, right? Not
Okay.
necessarily be overwhelmed by them. I mean, let
But
them,
is it
even if I have to
your
go
is
down.
it your brain intelligence or your emotional intelligence that is telling you this?
But the emotional intelligence is understanding, in my opinion, it is identifying what it is you're going through, what it is that you're experiencing,
Okay.
and allowing you to give it space so that you don't fight it and create memories within your system that can actually become, Pandora boxes, bringing you sickness, etc., 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 etc. So
Okay.
now, because I have the understanding of what I'm going through, however, I have the fitness to stay on course. I have the fitness to say, okay, well, this is identified. Now you got the space that you needed to have. Let's get back on course. In other words, I might be complicating the conversation maybe, but it is actually a very valid point because, in other words, it's all about setting sets of priorities,
I believe that
without forgetting the importance of allowing real life experiences come to you.
I believe that I believe that what is important is to be able to shift from both styles of emotions and being able to go from emotional intelligence to intelligence in emotional fitness depending on what you need and depending on what is going on in your life, because sometimes you need to let yourself go in the torrent of the emotions that you are feeling, and some other times you need to control. And some people are stuck in the need to control everything, and they kind of feel everything halfway, and it comes to bite them in the ass years later because they are trying to control everything. I know I'm a very controlling person when it comes to my emotions. I let them just I learn how to just leave them drop by drop. If something massive happens, or I learn how to, instead of receiving the punch 100%, I learn how to divide the punch in 100 days and take a little bit every day and feel it, but it diffuse it. I learn how to do that, but these can be dangerous because sometimes you really need to feel something completely and you can't, because you're gonna start to diffuse everything, and even like the greatest feelings, you're just gonna diffuse them. And when I had my daughter, for example, when she was born, I cried for 5 days because I let this joy of welcoming a princess in the world, and all the responsibilities and all the future pain, all the scare that it is to become a father, all the or be a father again, and or from a daughter, and all you can imagine that can happen in the next 60 years, 70, 80 years to that to her. All this is a torrent of emotion that if you are trying to control it, you will not grasp your mission completely. So the first 5 days, yeah, let myself go completely. And I would just, like, every time I was thinking about, like, what, yeah, crying here, crying in the toilet, peeing, crying, taking a shower, crying, pooping, crying, walking in the street, crying. Like, every time I was just, and then, and after 5 days, back to the control, back to, and it's, I really believe that most people don't really choose. I think that most people, they end up being what they are. Some people can't really control their emotions, and some others
Oh yeah, a lot of
control,
people can.
and
Most
some
majority of
others,
people can't control.
and some others have the control of the gates. And
Because
some
if-
events, some events destroy your ability to control.
Oh yeah,
Also
yeah,
believe
yeah,
that.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, no, 100%.
So it-
But that's the thing. So it's like, but this is why, like, I'm looking at, for example, there's a guy that I really, really love, man. His work is amazing. Dr. Joe Dispenza. I speak about him a lot because if any one of you want to actually tap into the infinite amount of of power you as a human, as a really amazing creature you are, you got to listen to one of these guys, videos on YouTube. I mean, this is the thing, right? Most people blame others for what happened to them, blame the situation, blame anything.
The world.
The reason is, but we all do that though. For some reason, it's like, oh, but it's because of this, it's because of that, and then you allow yourself to literally sit in that emotion, which is actually not it's a desert, so nothing good will grow in there. Actually, as a matter of fact, nothing grows. So it's like, yeah, you're right. As much as certain experiences can fuck you up,
Yeah.
if you're emotionally fit, you will still find a way.
Yeah.
It's pretty much like, for example, somebody who ends up in a situation where there's a fight, and you have no knowledge whatsoever how to throw a punch or how to move away from a situation, or actually just move completely away from the whole nonsense.
Yeah.
You will find yourself in a situation that you'll be a victim of. So in other words, it's like, do you want to be a victim of the circumstances in your life, or you want to be in charge and take control over the circumstances in your life, or over the way you react or act upon the circumstances in your life? That's really I think the question, and it's a question that I've answered for myself a long time ago, and I think that it's what helped me and keeps helping me carry myself through, and I believe it's the same for you. Like, we've understand that we have to take control over the actions and the reactions to the occurrences.
What I learned in
always,
philosophy,
in our life.
what I learned in philosophy is the value of stoicism, and I think I'm a stoic person. I'm a person that I leave things, and I learn to not respond to things straight away. I learn to take my time to answer, and it's interesting because we in a world that, and social media favors urgency. Social media wants the urgent, answers. They want the answers now, the likes now, the money now, the success now, because a lot of people are presenting you their fake life. A lot of people spend their days in places that don't belong to them, in cars that don't belong to them, in with faces that don't even belong to them, because everybody is photoshopped, filtered, etc., and you have this urge to look like them or look better than them, or to answer quickly to everything. And when you take control, first you take a step back. You see things that you like, you see things you don't like. You don't need to answer right away, because a lot of the times there's tricks in there. Some people create fake drama to create fake outrage because they just want the attention. Some people are victims, and a lot of people, I don't know, 5%, 10%, 20%, I don't know how much, a lot of people are just attention seekers. And they might pretend they are victims like you, who is a real victim, just for the attention. And because we are in a society that doesn't want to think anymore, because everybody just wants to react. Everybody wants to just react to something, or see something on WhatsApp that they receive, read 10 words or read just the headlines and not read the rest, and then react, and then pretend they are angry or victims or whatever. And this is the society of the clash. I learn now when I see videos on YouTube that starts with gros clash entre le docteur whatever, and I don't even look at the video. I'm not interested just because of the title. I don't want. I'm not I understand that I'm not gonna learn nothing from those people who are showing off, both of them, because most of the time those people that you see almost insulting each other on TV, after they are in the restaurant together, I met them sometimes. Sometimes I meet people who you think they hate each other. So when you go to the right places, you might meet those people chilling, drinking together, talking, being there, being the best friends. But you are here being two groups who are hating each other because you both love these people. So first of all, I don't love nobody as if they were gods, other than my mom and my dad and my children, and myself, of course, in the mirror. But I don't I'm not gonna it comes to a point where if you want to take back control over your emotions, and how social media changed the world, is a revolution, but at the same time has destroyed a lot of the fabric of our societies. And you will see that in the people who are off social media are people that you can talk to about anything, and you will not have people trying to cancel everything, trying to be pissed at something all the time, etc., because they are able to receive an opinion that is opposite to their opinion and stay calm and say, okay, yeah, explain to me why you think that, and then have a back and forth. Like when you and I have conversations about things we disagree on, the goal is not to be right. The goal is to listen to your opinion and then giving you mine, and then listening to yours, and then ping-ponging until both of us come out of the conversation with feeling enrichi, feeling good, like we exchange knowledge, and usually we don't end a conversation saying, yeah, you're right or you're wrong or whatever. We just end a subject by going to the next subject, and most people, they don't want to do that. Like, look if you look at the comments on YouTube sometimes on some subjects, you're like, yo, like, imagine that you're a black person, and there's some other black kids that are burning a car, and you just say, well, great job burning your own neighborhood. Like, you are the one who's gonna live there, so it's kind of sad. You just say that this is your opinion, then you're gonna have the rest of, you're a fake black guy, traitor, you don't even understand, how can you talk, fuck you, go back to doing Zoom. And people don't even want to accept criticism for anything anymore. And this is a lack of, it's really a lack of intelligence, yeah, I guess.
Yeah. The stupidity became the norm, and you know, I'll take again a word from Joe Dispenza. I'm going to paraphrase, but in the word of information, being ignorant is a choice, especially now, man. Especially now, you have no right, you're not right. You have the right to do whatever you want to do, but you have no excuses to be ignorant. And as you said very well, when you see a title, you see something, you see a headline, stop reacting. Read through it, and if you don't have the time, then don't talk on it, because you're going to come as an ignorant talking on a subject that you have no knowledge upon. And it's like, and the same goes for how you look at yourself. And it's like, and that's where, you know, it's important when you go through certain emotions, are you really honest enough with yourself to acknowledge that this is what you're going through? For example, last year I have not, besides the COVID, I had a moment I went through depression. I did not, and as a matter of fact, I've dealt with depression for a long amount of time, but because I've put together a series of things in a certain sequence, allowing me to always find where to cool, some ways to keep myself afloat.
Yeah.
And then and until the day and because of course I didn't necessarily have the money to go to therapist, and even when I had it, I didn't really care about seeing a therapist, because I understood one thing: it's like nobody's gonna tell me better than me how my mind needs to be functioning and how I need to make it work. So what I did, I dived deep into all these knowledges, reading about the mind, understanding, talking to people who are really about this kind of conversations. You and I, we spoke at length about these matters, etc., and many other conversations. It's like, okay, when you acknowledge what you went through, when you acknowledge what is the cause, the root of your despair, the root of whatever you're going through, therefore you're not going to bring your negativity in people's life, because you've learned to deal with your shit. And that's where a lot of people come. And as you said, you did this whole gaslighting, this whole canceling culture. It's a bunch of fuckers who have not understood that they are just part of a matrix that is actually feeding. It's a monster feeding from the shit they're pouring, and it loves it. And the more negativity you bring, the more they're gonna serve it,
and the more money they make.
Man, tu as tout dit. Et puis c'est ça la bêtise des gens, c'est-à-dire on vous dit, and you see people fighting online, and you say, yo, just like these fights that you see between, and by saying that, fights that you see between the fans of Ferregola or Fali Ipupa. Like, dude, those guys are two singers. Why the fuck do you guys want to go and fight about this, that, and the other? Or back in the days, remember there was Jibem Piana and Kofi Olomide, or this. Like, really, bro?
It's fandoms. All Cardi B fans versus Nicki Minaj fans. Like,
straight up.
To me, I'm those are both queens. What's wrong with you guys? But people, is it because we are in societies that didn't experience war, that the true human nature that is to be belligerent comes out in different forms, because people cannot kill each other anymore? It's not seen well. That because look, the movies that make the more money is movies where hundreds of people are killed. Like, when you go see Avengers, you are actually seeing genocides of aliens, but everybody's happy, So.
I mean, I'm a big fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger Commando, so I'm about my. I like my violent.
Okay. J'ai retiré ce que j'ai dit.
J'aime beaucoup la violence dans les films, en fait. Alors.
Vraiment, frère, tu m'as déçu.
I'm a man of peace, but I won't lie. I love my action movies. What? You gonna tell me that? Yo, Schwarzenegger Commando? No, my man. No, no,
No.
no, 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 no.
Of course,
Please,
listen.
please,
No,
please
listen.
now. Don't you disrespect
I'm-
my movie.
I'm gonna go
Huh?
even further than that. Richard Branson, action movies, even the Van Damme movies. But me, I'm not. Me, I'm a Bruce Lee guy. But yeah, Commando was great. Rambo.
Okay. But you see, you're putting things. You see, this is what you're doing. No. Commando, attends. Colonel Kirby. Hein? Mais qu'est-ce que vous craignez? La Troisième Guerre mondiale, si Matrix est en vie. Ah, mais merde! Mais tu avais promis de me tuer. Tu avais promis de me tuer en dernier. Et puis tiens, le gars comme ça il dit, je t'ai menti. Aïe, punchline! Oh, the best one is when he's in the plane and he broke the neck of that guy and he said, please, don't wake my friend up. He's dead asleep. Oh my God! And he has 24 hours to save his daughter. This movie. Oh la 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 la.
I think the philosophical moment is over.
No, but there's philosophy to this thing, man. Resilience is the key.
Now, I'm gonna tell you one thing. The thing is this: I completely enjoy those movies, but me, the movie that really made me are the Bruce Lee movies.
No, for sure.
Me,
No, Bruce Lee.
Quatrième 4. Le petit dragon approche sa proie. Et avec sa queue, il frappe.
No, that's Bruce Lee, c'est.
Big Boss, le jeu de la mort,
Oh la la.
Double
la,
Drag.
la, la,
Hey, no. And there was also a video game called Commando. I don't know if you remember that video game.
No.
I used to play that game like crazy. There was also one called Green Beret.
We see, I remember this one. Oh, by the way, we're talking about Chuck Norris, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Dolph Lundgren.
Chuck
no.
Norris. This
Oh man.
what was action? What was the action movies from Chuck Norris where he's a ex Green Beret or something? Forgot the name.
Yes,
of
I
those
remember.
movies.
I'm trying to. I'm gonna look for them in YouTube.
Something
today.
Force.
Man,
Something Force.
Force spéciale ou Special Force or something like that. Force quoi?
Chuck
Avec son gars Jackson, with his guy. When he sent to
was.
Vietnam to save all man, those guys, they were such a propaganda, yo. But Chuck Norris,
Please.
when they get to Vietnam and they
Those
were like trying
80s
to,
movie.
man, they're funny, yo.
He had those movies that was like in 3 parts. I'm trying to find the name of those movies. Octagon, Air Force One, A Force of One, Silent Rage. No, there was one. Hawkeye. I would have loved to do a movie like that. Delta Force. Delta Forces. Pardon.
Force. Libération. Oh là là, de 4000 enfants.
Delta Force. But it's funny because those movies, Rambo in Afghanistan, all those movies, when you see them today, you see the propaganda from the US. You're like, oh my God. You're like, oh, he's saving the Mujahideen, the same people that they call the terrorists now. But at that time where we were not intelligent enough to understand, listen, me after watching a Bruce Lee movie, you could not be around me. I was trying to beat up everybody.
I remember when I was in Bria, Central African Republic, my youth. We would have you would have the guy in the hood. You would have this TV and you would pay like 100 francs, 50 francs, like 50 CFA or like less than $1, 50 cents or whatever the case may be, to watch the movie. So everybody would be looking at that little screen, and so Chuck Norris would come, Delta Force, my man. Everybody the next day we will have this game that we'll call WA. So it's kind of like hide and seek. We would have like these fake guns, plastic guns. We would take like wood now the next day. Or if it's everybody trying to beat each other up. I remember I watched it was a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. Je sais plus, a Double Impact or something. The next day, I called myself a karate teacher. I went and I beat the kids. I said to the kids of this guy, I want to show them karate. No, man, no, we had some good times. But nowadays, you can't even see that anymore. So it's the pre-live shows. We lost it.
Delta Force was the best movie when they held the plane hostage. Listen. Like, oh yeah, and Ellis is saying like Steven Seagal, des grands farceurs. Steven Seagal.
No,
there was this movie from Steven Seagal.
Boys, thank you.
Wait, there was this movie from Steven Seagal. I'm trying to find his. Where do I see his?
You know, but I mean, everybody. Steven Seagal is a real. Like those guys don't play, yeah. They are real
No,
masters.
they are real. Like, listen, they are real. Under Siege. That movie was crazy. But those ones, it was those movies in there, like Hard to Kill, Under Siege 1 and 2. Steven Seagal had movies.
No, his movies were violent, man.
Flight of Fury.
Man, I bet there was a few. Who was?
Right, let me add you. Steven Seagal. There you go.
Non, j'ai de regarder, mon cher.
Vraiment. Steven Seagal.
Grand film, ça.
Attends.
The one of its first movie. I forgot the title. Something else.
The Perfect Weapon. I think that one was nice. But those are the new ones. No, there was
the new
one.
ones. I have to look for the first
Me, I
ones.
like the ones like Above the Law. When he's
Voila!
Nico Toscani. His name is Nico Toscani. Look at the names. Yo, je suis Nico Toscani.
Oh, man.
Above the Law. And Hard to
And they would
Kill
have
was
all
nice
these-
as well.
Yeah.
But to me, I think the last movie of that style, that really, really, really killed me was this one. I don't know if you remember that movie, Men on Fire, with Denzel.
Ouh là 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 là. Très grand
That
film.
movie, the ways he goes after
I need to watch it
everybody
again
for
on the matter.
listen. And no, sorry. After that, there was of course the
Equalizer.
amazing Equalizer. Yeah,
Oh my
Equalizer.
God.
I didn't
This
like
movie,
number
man.
2. I didn't like number 2 as well as I like number 1 because the end. That's not the right way yet. But yeah, that movie was crazy, Equalizer. But there was one movie, is John Wick. John Wick gave it to me. John Wick gave it to me. I can't wait for number like, and you know, usually when you see a movie, you're gonna be disappointed by number 2 or number 3. It's like, you know, Police Academy. After the third, you are like, yo, guys, stop.
No,
You know,
Police Academy is terrible.
but John Wick, from 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, 1, 2, and 3 were just amazing. Like, and from the get-go. And actually, there's a movie I forgot with the guy who plays the advocate in what's the name of this movie? He's the guy who plays the advocate in Walter White. What's this series? The one of the best series with the guy who's a teacher and he becomes a drug lord.
Ah, j'ai oublié le nom. Je vois.
Walter White, Heisenberg. And the guy from John Wick, they did a movie with the guy who plays the lawyer. And this one, it really seems like it's gonna be a great movie as well. You can really feel it. This one's gonna be crazy. But yeah, the movies. Yeah. Future somebody saying you guys are forgetting Rambo 1, 2, and 3. Never.
Oh,
Never,
man.
When his general calls him. Rentre à la maison. Rentre à la maison, John. Je peux pas.
Oh man, no, look.
Rambo. John
What are you
Rambo.
talking about here? John Rambo. But the last one he
shit.
did, where they kill his family. Mamai. No, but you know, I swear to God, you know, there's a side of me that loves. You know why I love this movie so much? Because there's a side of me that feels like that. You know, that I'm like, yo, I would do that kind of shit. I swear. Like I would go to a boot camp, learn and I would do that to my family. Yay! The revenge when he crosses the borders to Mexico. Go for that
And he's violent. But actually, that movie they did together,
cruel.
That movie where they're all together, him, Schwarzenegger, Expendables. The first one
Expendables,
was
magnifique.
super nice as well.
Super nice, yeah.
Oh yeah, Marcel Lecton is saying the Universal Soldiers. Universal, the best movie of all times.
Bien sûr. No, it's one of the best indeed. Dolph Lundgren, Jean-Claude Van Damme, and there's some other guys. Yeah. Oh, come on. Scorpion Rouge, Dolph Lundgren. My God, I
Et this is saying Steven, l'inventeur du skinny jeans.
Terrible. When you see Dolph Lundgren taking the scorpion and then eating the scorpion alive. Oh, my man. Talking about movies.
Gilberto is saying American Gangster.
Yeah.
I saw that one
American
of the movies. Listen.
Yeah.
American Gangster was dope. But you know what? In terms of American Gangster movie, to me, New Jack City will always be the movie.
I don't remember this one. I have to watch it.
Oh, man. I'm my brother's keeper and he kills his brother. Tout le monde est talonnette. Épaulettes. My favorite action actor is Jason Statham. Yeah.
Well, Jason Statham. Oui. I approve. 1000%.
Denzel Washington in Safe House. Equalizer, great movie. What up, Johan? Yeah, Breaking Bad. That was the name of the series. Oh, Mike, I thought you fell asleep. I'm catching on the conversation. I got to throw you Passenger 57 with Wesley Snipes.
Oh la la la, merci beaucoup. Oh la 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 la, Wesley Snipes.
Terrible. Terrible.
Avec Bruce Willis. Are you forgetting Bruce Willis in these movies?
Yo, à toute épreuve.
Not to blague.
Non, faut arrêter les blagues.
There were some movies in the 90s, man. I swear to you. Hey!
Nicolas Cage also had some great. Listen.
Yes.
Nicolas Cage versus Travolta in Face Off.
Je me rappelle. J'ai pas aimé le film because he was opposing my favorite actors at the time. I didn't like it because of that.
When it comes to the other guy's wife, family, looking like him, and he fucks his wife well. Face Off. Damn. The dude who, of course, Taken number 1 and number 2. When he tell his daughter,
are you mad?
Liam Neeson.
Come on, of course.
Listen, baby. Tell me, you're about to be abducted. Tell me what you see. Tell me everything. How many people? Da 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 da. And then the guy take the phone. Listen, you don't know me, but I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna kill you. Hey! You know that Taken is my father's favorite movie of all time.
I can understand
Taken.
that. Now, Liam Neeson, that's another one. Massive and serious fighter as well. Those guys, you don't want to play with them in real life. It's not just movies.
The best African movie artist, Miss Bella. I don't know.
You lost me right
Master
there, bro.
Electronic, we're here talking about action movie and you throw in an African movie. Why? Why are you doing
Master Electronic is trying to make people lose their points and bargain stuff.
Master Electronic is always doing things like this. This Vraiment. Bruce Willis was always talking to himself in his movies. That's true.
It's true.
Really saying the Blade trilogy. Blade 1 is a classic.
All right. Classic.
That's true. Blade, Indiana Jones. Like, now there were some nice movies. Somebody remembers Snakes on the Plane. I don't know this one.
Clint Eastwood. This guy does some joke as well.
Real westerns. I cannot watch westerns anymore today because I'm like, fuck, that was propaganda for all the shit they did.
Of course.
But back in the days, yeah, you know, Clint Eastwood, even like the first dance movies back then when I was watching Flash Dance, I was dancing like the girl. What a feeling. And when she goes like, down, 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 down. Ooh, McFly.
Retour vers le futur.
Those movies are what, 30 years old?
At least.
Retour vers le futur. The Matrix. You know, I took the same girl to see The Matrix 3 times. And she fell asleep the 3 times exactly at the same time. When Morpheus is explaining to Neo how man became a battery cell. And every time at that time, she fell asleep the whole movie. Steve McQueen. Un frère Bogart. Non, Elise, pardon, on sait que tu es vieille, mais quand même, grand-mère. Là, tu... There's an awesome movie on Netflix called Extraction. Listen, there's a movie on Netflix. There's a movie on. Why am I? Wait a minute. Why am I signed out of my Netflix? What the hell? Oh, wait. There's a movie on Netflix. It's called. Let me see.
I thought I was doing the right thing.
I gotta start watching this. Cobra Kai. There's a movie on Netflix called. It's with. Oh, who's playing? Oh, it's with Charlize Theron. I don't know if you saw that movie.
Yes.
The Old Guard.
It's very good.
Listen.
Very good.
When I had COVID, this movie, that movie is so cool. It's amazing. I think there's gonna be a number 2. It's about people that they don't die, and so they become mercenaries. Listen, that movie. I remember I watched it with my wife when I was sick. Amazing movie. The Old Guard. This one too, Salt. It's older, but it's nice too. I also watched that, The Warrior Nun, but I got... Lucy was great, but the end was like all the French film. They don't know how to do the finish. Oh, that's the one, Extraction. You know, I didn't see that one, actually. Extraction, I didn't see it. I saw the trailer and stuff, and I was like, I have to see this one, but I didn't see
Oh
it.
yeah, I saw it, but I was, you know what? Yeah, I was a bit disappointed.
Yeah? This one was
A
great.
little bit.
Spencer Confidential. That was nice. That one was nice. I really love that one. There's something that I saw online, the Book of Eli. Whew, what a movie. This one, Outsider, amazing. There's one I'm trying to remember. I'm watching these right now. Transformers, Black Lightning. I can't anymore. Like, I don't like it. I start watching Shadows. Somebody on Shada Gang was telling me to watch that. I watched the first episode. It's really nice. South African series. I love this one. Or Iron Blooded or Orphans. Amazing manga. Star Trek Discovery, I love season 1 and 2, but season 3, I don't know. This, where's my list? That's my list. Let me see what I put in my list that there's a lot of things that I want to see that I didn't finish. Narcos, after they killed our guy, I didn't watch the next one. I don't know. I just lost interest. Bad Guys, listen. You have to watch that.
Gemini was really, really good. Yes, definitely.
I didn't see this one. Uncut Gems. I have to see that. Bad Guys is great. Love, Death and Robots, amazing. Polar, very cool. Very cool.
Très bon.
Très très bon. Better Than Us. This is I don't know. I think it's Russian or something like that, or Ukrainian. I don't remember, but great. It's about prostitute robots that revolt themselves. It is great. Of course, Top Boy. I think is the best series that I've seen. It's one of the best series that I've seen. The Irishman. Everybody talked good about it. I didn't see it.
You know what? I started and
Quincy.
it's a bit boring.
Quincy made me cry.
Yeah. I didn't watch fully.
Listen, amazing. Yeah, I think that's. I got a lot of things in my list that I have to remove. District 9. If you didn't see District 9,
Yeah, it's a classic.
this is a classic. This is really a classic. I recently saw Bad Boys 4. It was actually great. And yeah, lots of things in my list. I have to clean up. I like Extraction. I prefer La Chute du Faucon Noir. I know that movie. La Chute du Faucon Noir. Matrix was legendary. Bloodsport. Van Damme.
Bloodsport, oui.
Le grand écart à la fin.
Terrible.
Of course. Mortal Kombat. I only remember the video game. I don't remember the movie that much.
Oui, bon. C'était intéressant, c'était marrant. C'était marrant pour l'époque.
I didn't see Gemini Man. Dark is a good show. The German show, Dark. I didn't see it either. I think my wife saw it. Of course, Gerald Butler and Morgan Freeman in London Has Fallen. Listen, every episode of Has Fallen, Olympus Has Fallen, London Has Fallen, great. It's true that the London one is great. Falling Down with Michael Douglas. Is it the one where they play a game and he falls from a building in the end? That was great. Ex Machina, yeah, that was the end is crazy. Yes, buddy, I have the 3D version of Gemini Man. It's amazing all the work that's on this movie. Oh, nice.
I heard about.
Look how we went from philosophical, emotional conversation to movies. So this
Well,
is
you
how,
said it was freestyling.
this is how our conversation goes, even on the phone. That's exactly what we do.
Yeah.
Just go
That's
from
exactly what we do.
cryptocurrency to crazy women we meet in the street. Sorry, you meet in the street. I don't meet.
Yeah, it's okay, man.
You know,
Let's try to help people the best way we can.
we do. Rush Hour with Chris Tucker.
Ouais, bon film.
Yeah, good movies.
I
Bye,
think
Vanessa.
some of the most epic things I've experienced was Michael Jackson video clips, man.
Listen, beat it. Beat it. Do you have any idea of the number of people that you've seen performing in Michael Jackson videos? Wesley Snipes is there. The inventors of a lot of hip hop moves are there. Michael Jackson, even Dirty Diana, Billie Jean. Listen, Billie Jean is iconic video. Listen, I would walk around. I think up to today, when you put me anywhere where there's squares on the ground, I walk like if I'm Michael Jackson, and I imagine that things are lightning under my thing. I just need a coin to throw, and things, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Listen, Michael Jackson. You know my story of Michael Jackson. Those videos, and you know something that I've saw as well, that I realized that he really pushed the envelope in terms of music videos, was Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes had crazy videos back in the days of Put Your Eyes Where My Hands Can See. Listen, when he was doing the whole Coming to America thing with Hype Williams, those music videos were on some other level. And there's a lot of music videos that, like Durand, Take On Me. Those videos, they what are you caressing? Oh, your dog. I was like, is
My
he caressing
dog.
his microphone? Luna.
She got here because I had to hear first. Luna is she's a princess. She has a place where she can sleep upstairs.
Noelle is saying it's thriller, the dance, the music, everything. Do you know that when that song got released in France, they released it in the news? I remember in the 80s. They released that music videos during the news. Le journal télévisé de TF1. They released it, like the new music, like that's how this guy was. I don't think that we'll ever have another person like Michael Jackson in our lifetimes.
Unlikely.
Like,
Very unlikely.
The guy was larger than
Life.
everything. Like it was just Michael.
You might. I remember. I still remember my aunt, my father. So the eldest of my father's siblings. After her came my father. Aunt was so in love with Michael Jackson. You could not even dare. You couldn't. Don't even try to say anything bad about Michael. Like she loved Michael. But then, we know some people who love Michael to a point where it's very.
It reminds me 2 summers ago in your house and I was explaining
Nah,
it
don't,
to.
don't go there. Okay, let's. I know you want to go. Just keep
I'm
it
gonna
there.
stay.
You know, that-
I'm gonna stay very vague, but I'm telling somebody that how I met Michael Jackson, and the person is asking me, what shirt was he wearing, and I'm like, I don't know. She's like, so you met Michael Jackson? You don't remember what shirt he was wearing? I was like, no, I don't care. So what was he smelling like? I was like, I don't know. Like, I guess there's levels to the.
I did my research, and at that time he was not there. There's nowhere in his in the records of his travels that says he was there at that time. It's impossible. You must be lying.
Oh my God. People.
Peace.
Remember the Time was an amazing video. Even listen,
Oh,
knowing me,
la, la.
I think my favorite albums of Michael Jackson are Off the Wall, Thriller, of course, but the one he did with Teddy Riley has a special place in my heart because of it's a song that I really want to do in Kizomba. It's the one on the video with Naomi Campbell.
Grand son.
This in Kizomba.
Oh là là là. Très lourd, très très lourd.
You want to get it. Know him like the music video by Herb Ritz. No, Michael. Fully see. One nation, one world, one nation. Man in the mirror. I'm talking to the man in the mirror. Excusez-moi, je chante sans autotune. Ça m'arrive.
La nature, pour ceux qui auraient douté, prenez donc ça dans la gencive.
You rock my world. I didn't like this album. Dangerous is the best album. Like, I think Rock My World,
C'est un bon morceau.
it kind of grows up on me, but I don't know, like it didn't do me what I thought it would do me. And I remember I wait 1 hour to get that album at midnight. I bought the white, the yellow, the red, and the green. I bought all the different covers. I bought this album, and then when I heard it, I like it. I have some songs in there that I love. Like I think this is the album where you have a Stranger in Moscow. I think it's the name of the song. What is my favorite song of that album? Let me check. Jackson. There's this song called. Let me see his discography. Invincible is the name. Huh? I think the song Break of Dawn. I love Break of Dawn. I love Butterflies. And Cry. I think it's Cry. But yeah, that's not my favorite album. I think my favorite album is, let me see. I think yeah. I love the cover of Dangerous. Dangerous Jam. Listen, the Dangerous tour. You had Jam, In the Closet. Remember the Time. Yeah, Dangerous. That's the one with Teddy Riley. So Heal the World. I also love the song with his sister, but there's a special remix that I cannot find. Is it History? No. Which one is the one with? No. There's this album where it's Bad. Bad is a Liberian girl, like Liberian girl in Kizomba. You've been hit by Papa. You've been hit by a smooth criminal. But there's a song to me that really give it to me. It's It's not "Don't Stop Till You Get Enough." It's on the album after that one. I think it's on. It's not "Wanna Be," "Baby Be Mine." Just the way it starts, "Baby Be Mine." the
Quincy
the
Jones sur
music,
ça.
the musical arrangements in his music was beyond. Like today, everybody just do a loop, and and hey, we are all guilty. We do loops. We don't. But it's something that I love from the music from the 80s is that people were arranging music. They would not just do a loop and then remove elements and add elements. There was really a lot of, you could listen to the instrumental just by itself and you would have so much stuff going on. And because music is now Kleenex, you just listen for a few days and then you throw it away and then you're waiting for the next one. People don't take the time to do it, but yeah, I really, sometimes I'm trying to find ways to release music as fast. I'm releasing music weekly, but still take the time to work some more on the arrangement, or maybe send to somebody to add some stuff and just, See you, Mike. Thanks for staying. Finally, Mike usually watch the episodes. Mike, you have to come and be my guest once because we have a lot of things to talk about. We have to talk about our stay in the West Indies. The first time. I was with Mike. I was with Mike one day and we end up doing a party at some girl's house and the parents just arrived.
Damn.
And we got it escorted out. And one day, and the dad was the head of a big publication out there. So we were like, okay, goodbye promo, goodbye, like, and it really felt like, yeah, it was over. Like back in the days, you needed to be on that magazine to be anything out there. And we were like, oh, we fucked. And then I went to another island and I met the dad with another girl.
Oh my God.
So I'm there and I'm like,
okay.
I look at the dad like I'm giving as few details as I can. But,
yes, I was gonna say.
and then I'm there in the club and I looked at that but I knew that face, but I didn't know from where. And because he saw me and he was there with his chick, and he comes to me like, oh, Kaysha, my friend. The first thing I told him was, my album is coming out next month. And listen, I got like full cover. Oh my God.
You're such a traitor, and now you're giving him out like that. Oh my
Listen,
God. Okay.
When God throws you an opportunity, you just take it. Oh my God. Wow. That's crazy. Well, anyway, listen. We've been here for 2 hours. Tomorrow, Ashakam goes back to school. So I have to wake up early.
Ah, mon cher.
So,
Even me, hein? Ah. Thank you very much for this conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, it was
Yeah.
very nice.
Thank you very much for I'm gonna create a lot of highlights from all these conversations.
Yeah. I think we have quite. Unfortunately, the quality of my camera is not so nice, but at least the microphone is a little bit more on point.
Can you do the voice of corruption for Julie before we go?
I don't quite know what you mean. So, okay. I guess this is going to be the voice of corruption. To all the Shada gang, Club Shada has now come to an end. Thank you.
Now you don't know how to do the voice of corruption.
No, because it's yours. How can I do your voice? I do mine.
You
Plus,
have
I don't really think it's a voice of corruption.
No, dude. Let me show you the voice of corruption. Let me show you the voice of corruption, the real one.
Go ahead. Show us the voice of corruption.
Bonne nuit, Julie. Oh my God.
Yes, thank you very much for those. Ah, yeah, by the way, papa, qu'il y a un peu de publicité là demain, toi aussi.
Ah oui. I'm sorry. Yeah. Listen, Shada Gang. I hope everybody. Thank you for enjoying. Joel is saying I'll be there tomorrow to watch MQT 10. So, everybody, if you enjoyed our guest Boddhi, you can, if you are part of the Shada Gang, you can also be part of the Buddhist. And tomorrow at 10 p.m. Lisbon time, so that's CET Central.
9:30 p.m.
9:30 p.m. You have Boddhi Satva on Boddhi Satva channel. You have the Monday quality talks. And what is tomorrow's subject?
Ooh, tomorrow's subject. Let me look it up because I have so many. Yes, tomorrow's subject. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about the value of a focused mind. Yes, the value of a focused mind. So it's going to be connected to what we spoke about intelligence, emotional stuff like this. It's going to be very much connected to that as well.
So I'm gonna put the link here in the chat. This is the link, so you can already go and set a reminder like I'm gonna do. You do this, boom, so that you will receive a notification soon as the show starts. You can also already leave a like me, and even put something in the comment like qu'est-ce que je peux mettre dans le commentaire du chat?
Mets-toi à poil.
Rub your titties.
No. It's not a problem.
So yeah, everybody, please go and follow Boddhi Satva on YouTube. This is his channel, and it's not the first time that Boddhi comes here, but you know that Boddhi has every Friday at 5 p.m. It's 5 p.m. Central European time. A show called Quarantine Groove. It's already at episode 91. Every Friday, every Monday, the Monday Quality Talks, and as well as an amazing catalog of music that comes out. So you should, and you can also see all the old episodes of Boddhi and I.
The Shada Gang, the Club Shada, tout est là.
Club Shada. You can also go to bodhisatva.com to order your Boddhi Satva apparel. I got to order something.
You see, we were talking about Commando. I was so mad by Commando, I even made t-shirts out of the movie Commando. They're on the website. Those ones. Yeah.
See? Keep on this.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna get myself a Boddhi Satva t-shirt.
Ah oui, on va gérer ça pour que ça c'est obligatoire.
Don't. I'm gonna buy it myself. I'm gonna support with. I like these masks. I'm gonna get some masks as well, some offering masks. Nice. So hey, if you want to support, you know what to do. But make sure you come to Boddhi's website, and of course, while you're at it, while you're shopping, to start the year fresh, you can also go to Shada Wear and get yourself a Shada Gang t-shirt. I know that Miss Julie already received her Shada Gang t-shirt that she won from the lottery last week or 2 weeks ago. I will organize another one where I will have some Shada Gang caps to win the next time, but you can receive, you can get your club shada, or you can represent your country. For example, this is the one I offered to Boddhi Satva Central African Republic premium t-shirt. You got a lot of interesting things in the Shada Wear t-shirt. You should go definitely check it out. You can have just check all the hats that we have. We have some great stuff. So yeah, well, Boddhi, listen, it's been a real pleasure having you once again. Make sure, I know you come often. You are one of our regular guests. Next week, I want to do, for Wednesday, I want to do an episode of Club Shada where we talk about you guys. I will leave the conversation open, and I will make the link to be part of the conversation. I will make it open and public so anybody can hop in, and we will just freestyle and talk about how we're starting our year and projects. And I will let you, it's going to be a show about the Shada Gang, because it's important to celebrate those who let us and who are the fuel, because you guys are the fuel of this show. And I'm gonna leave you guys, since I'm with Boddhi, I'm gonna leave you with one of my collaborations with Boddhi. Let me see. There are so many songs that I did with Boddhi. I think I will play you a track that is called Dedans. It's a track produced. I think we co-produced and we co-wrote it. Yeah, it's a Kaysha and Boddhi Satva. It's a track called Dedans. We did it at home in one afternoon. Elise Boys is saying, I'm wearing a Boddhi sweatshirt as we speak. Look
Shout
at
out to Elise
you.
Boys, yo. Blessings. Merci beaucoup.
I'm just wondering when you're gonna wear Shada Wear as you speak, but just not trying to be jealous. I know your body's at heart. I'm just not trying to be jealous. But
Non, c'est pas ça.
Just
Family.
just asking, just saying, Bonne nuit, Emmanuel. CV Beats.
Bonne nuit.
Bless up. Therese. Bless up. Distant Shadow. Bless up. Thank you for coming. Happy New Year to everybody. Make sure you keep your heads up. Make sure that you wear your scars with pride from 2020. But it's time to look in front of us for 2021. Master Electronic, we all the one. Master Electronic, always appreciate your support for this show. Julie, I'm waiting for the pics. Please, some pics that I can post. Something, cool for the Shada Wear Instagram. I can't wait to receive them. Emmanuel, I'm going to post some of your pics as well, actually. I would love to have some more, but I'm gonna post one of the ones that you sent me. But good night, everybody. Heather, good night. Thanks for coming. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Joel. And I'm gonna leave you with this crazy track called Dedans. Boddhi Satva, thanks for coming. And I'll see you on the next one.
Yes, I.